what are some common misconceptions about preeclampsia that you've encountered in your work?
Yeah, so there's definitely a misunderstanding. Some people think that maybe they've done something intentionally to get to the diagnosis. And because there's a lot of nuances and things that are still not known about preeclampsia, though it's been around forever, sometimes that guilt, that shaming when it comes to someone who's pregnant now facing it, that is something that I have seen as people misunderstanding or coming up a bit often too, that people may not realize the genetic or family history that comes along with it. So it's not until they have a conversation with someone else in the family and realize something went on that they're like, whoa, that could have been preeclampsia too. Why didn't anybody talk about this? Why didn't my aunt mention this? Grandma couldn't remember her birth, right? Or it was too traumatic and terrible. She didn't explain it to us. So there's sometimes that family dynamic piece. Maybe they're adopted and they don't know, some things about their bloodline. And so reckoning with some of that is also something that comes up a bit.
Mm. I think, and I'm transparency. I'm on my pregnancy journey with my husband, and so yeah, that's a lot of things that we don't really think of as we're going through the pregnancy. That I'm realizing, oh, I have to ask my family, the family history,
Yes.
what my grandmothers have gone through, what my mother has gone through, just to kind of, even my own mother-in-law, just to kind of get an idea of what pregnancy looks like for them.
Sure. And not just the doom and gloom, like, oh, I hated it. It was like the TV and everyone's screaming. But no, did something come up? Did you have a deficiency as well? Was there certain foods that you found better to eat so that your iron, was on point? Like, let's talk about the actual things that's going to help us health wise since we're dealing with a crisis.
Mm. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize that. But considering your work, especially because you're in Philadelphia, correct?
Yes.
So you're in Philadelphia, and considering your work as a Black maternal health advocate, what are unique challenges or disparities do Black birthing individuals often face when it comes to the preeclampsia diagnosis or treatment or ongoing care that you may notice?
So I would say we're getting much better as a society with diagnosis. Actually, sometimes to a fault, where we're just labeling everyone. We're seeing medical providers just being hyper vigilant and maybe labeling everyone that is Black presenting, maybe AMA, so advanced maternal age, or geriatric, as some people call it. But they may be Black. AMA, this may be the second, third, or fourth pregnancy for them. They may have had a loss in the past. So we're seeing certain factors come up where they're just like, get on aspirin. Everyone just get on aspirin. This is what we're going to do to try to help. And we're seeing this over. I think they're just a little bit scared, right? Malpractice is real. You really don't want anybody dying on your hands, even if you are racist and biased, right? That's not a good look for your actual practice and for your profession. And so we're seeing this come up a lot more where everyone's going home thinking they're preparing for preeclampsia. And so I think treatment is where the gap is. We still don't have a handle on any type of positive course of treatment. The biggest thing is get the baby out. And so folks are having unnecessary inductions, cesareans, as well, because we don't know what to do and we can't necessarily see the impact that it's going to have on mom and the baby. And so that is the best thing. And that's actually the worst thing because preeclampsia is still underfunded, under researched. And if we had some better options at play, treatment could be better. So I think universally diagnosis is getting better between looking at urine, between blood work, between monitoring blood pressure. Granted that you have providers in your area that you can get to. My folks in the rural spaces, in the obstetric deserts, they're struggling all around. So I can't really count them. They're just at a deficit. But in medical meccas like Philly, that's not necessarily the issue that we're seeing coming up. It's more so the postpartum once we come home, because postpartum preeclampsia is real, or I had preeclampsia, so before the seizure, before eclampsia, and I wasn't sent home with what I needed. And now, 3 weeks later, we're emergent, and that's where the deaths are happening is postpartum. And so it's really the treatment and the observation that's lacking because lack of staff, lack of funding, and also I don't think we're prioritized. Like birthing folks are not prioritized at all in the medical space.
Mm.